A lot of modern firewalls will let you do things like content filtering, behavior monitoring. They're almost looking for what your employees are doing, and it can give you a ton of reporting on what sites they're using, all the way down to, hey, this person's spending 2 to 3 hours a day on a shopping site. And you can actually see all of those things. But they also have intelligence built into it, where they're looking for patterns that say, well, all of a sudden this person is sending a huge amount of data out of their system. That could be potentially a ransomware, or it could be something that's a virus or a bot that's running on. And firewalls are constantly getting changed and updated. One thing that we try and work on is we want to update the firewall every 6 months. Most state cases, when we started working with a client, their firewall has not been updated since the day it was installed. And that's the gateway into your company. How many of you guys, when you go to a public network, which is anywhere, and you're asked, would you like to join this network? And do you want to be discoverable or non-discoverable? So if you think about it, if I go to an airport and I log into the public network and I become discoverable, anybody else using that network can see me as well, right? So now I can try and say, what exposures do you have? What are you sending in clear text that I can read out? We literally had situations where we were sitting in the parking lot just to look at security at a client, and we can read stuff coming in and out of their network. And we actually showed this client somebody logging into their ERP, because their ERP uses something called a terminal session, and we could see the user ID, we could see the password, and we could see transactions. And they have offices in Milwaukee and China and a couple other places, but it was all going in clear text. So we insisted on them putting a firewall between the locations and encrypting that traffic. If you're going to use your systems, try and make sure you enable your firewall. Make sure that you always stay undiscoverable when you're in a public environment.